In his homeland, he enjoys a near godlike status. Great players hail him as a batting genius. He is intelligent and handsome, yet decency and humility are his watchwords. Still one of the finest batsmen in the world today, Sachin Tendulkar is one of ESPN's legends of cricket. Eden Park, Auckland, March 1994. On a seaming wicket, Sachin Tendulkar was promoted to open the batting in a one-day international against New Zealand. He made 84 from 49 balls.
As they're all getting to their feet for one of the great one-day innings you will ever see.
Tendulkar will go down certainly in Indian history, I think, as probably their best player. And there have been some very good ones, but this modern Indian generation where they've been able to see him play all his cricket on television, I think will result in him being remembered forever.
And he's going through the covers again, and that's another four. Well, where can this man hit them? He can hit them everywhere.
Child prodigy, I think is one of those very few great players who started off looking special. You know, at the age of 14, 15, anybody who saw him realized that he was a child prodigy, and he never let anybody down. You know, we had huge expectations when we saw him the first time, and Indian expectations can be quite, you know, heavy and sometimes could be a little impractical as well, but he fulfilled all those expectations.
And look at that, just straight down the pitch. This man is a wonderful player, and we're seeing the best of him today.
Beautiful shot. Oh, awesome.
Tendulkar's technique is the benchmark for modern batsmen. Don Bradman believed that he was the closest thing to himself that he'd ever seen.
The best way to sum up Tendulkar's technique is to go back to what Sir Donald Bradman said about him, and that is that when Bradman was watching him bat one day and he said to his wife, "Come and have a look at this bloke bats like me," and he was talking about Tendulkar.
I think he's the most complete batsman of his age and perhaps of all time, because he scored runs against every kind of bowling, everywhere in the world, every situation, all kinds of pitches, and that's something you can't say about everybody in the world.
Oh, hello. What a smashing shot.
I think he's the best player in the world today, without a shadow of doubt. A small man you see like Bradman, but his footwork is out of this world, tremendous. So much time in which to play the ball, and again, as I've said about all greats, tremendous balance, and there's a lot to be said for that.
Tendulkar is close to being the most perfect batsman one has ever seen. His back left is straight, his balance is unbelievable, he can play off either foot, he can play on either side, and again, that ability that separates the men from the boys, the ability to hit the good ball for boundaries or sixes.
Great shot. Absolutely smashed it to the boundary.
All out appeal, this could be very close, he's given it.
Tendulkar also influences the game with his skillful bowling and athletic and accurate fielding. But with the bat, he devastates bowlers and dominates games.
That's a crashing shot through extra cover.
Sachin as a batsman is just, you know you're watching someone special. You know that you're photographing someone who will only come along say once every 100 years.
He brought a new dimension to Indian cricket. You had a Gavaskar on the one hand who grind bowlers out and who brought a lot of pride for us as a world-class batsman. But suddenly here was someone who's taking attacks apart. And I think Tendulkar is a product of his generation. He came in when India were a prouder nation, India as a nation had greater self-belief, and he came in at a time when India was looking for that kind of hero.
Oh, what a shot. Glorious stand up and poured. A beautiful on drive.
Charging and playing it over mid-wicket.
This incredible star, who is, you know, sometimes they say the stock market would have gone up with Sachin's performances. You know, the whole Indian, you know, population, you know, wanting him to succeed, and going around with that on your shoulders for 20 years, you know, that is, you know, the most amount of pressure, you know, a cricketer can seriously have on his shoulders. So everyone would just say, you know, he's been the most phenomenal technician, but the hunger and drive and passion the guy has had to have that longevity is phenomenal.
Pulls it away through the onside. He's heading for another one.